Alright, how y'all doing out there? This is your boy coming at you with another video, and today we finna get into this Mtech USA. So let's get it. Let's get it, put that box aside. It's plain. It came in plastic, but I had checked it out earlier. Found some things I like, found some things I don't. So let's get into it. First off, it's a little retention knife. For law enforcement, in case somebody try to get their firearm, they can, cut the arm and try to, regain control of their firearm or whatever. Um, in the regular, um, I believe this is called saber grip. Uh, it fits comfortably, fits all four fingers, decently comfortable. You can leave the pinky off if you want, but it can fit in there pretty good if you really choke up on the knife. It's alright for me. If you have bigger hands than this, you're really not gonna be able to, you know, hold this very comfortable. Because if you have bigger hands, your three fingers are just gonna be on there kind of like that. And I don't know, maybe it won't bother people, but I think that would bother me. In the reverse ice pick grip, it's alright. I don't. You're not gonna drop the knife, but it's not the most comfortable grip because this is like that. So yeah, I really feel like they could have done better with the length of the handle. Yeah, it's Mtech. People don't like Mtechs. I don't really know why. They have some crappy knives. They have some good knives. They're alright. You know, Obviously the coating's not good. It's more of like paint than coating because you can see, like, if I just do this, you can see like the paint's actually rubbing away somewhat rubbing away when I do that. It's not easy, but taking it out of the sheath actually scratched most of that off, and on the other side too. Okay, this one is truly made of some type of mystery steel. It's stainless steel, so I'm guessing it's just plain steel. It's a USA design, handcrafted in China. You know, it's pretty good. It actually is pretty good for a China-made knife. So I have another Mtech, and it's the Mtech Extreme Ballistics. It's USA made. I think it's a Mtech. It might be a Mtech. I forget, but whatever one is Extreme Ballistics. It's pretty good. Only thing, I just haven't sharpened it. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It comes with the sheath, which is pretty good. Goes on your belt or pants. I wouldn't recommend trying to use that on basketball shorts because I did, and I tried when I first got it, and when I tried to pull the knife out, it the entire um, sheath came off. Reason for that being, most basketball shorts are too don't have any grip to the material. It's a lot of slidey, you know, kind of thin material, so it's nothing for this to grip onto. So definitely only wear it on stuff that has grip, which is why it really generally says clip it to a belt, because the cheapest belt has grip to it. So it's better on material that has grip. But if you don't want to use this whole belt housing here, you can just use the thing. It unscrews, has two screws that holds it on. It holds it on good too. Um, and it has the lanyard hole or string hole. You could use a lanyard or a cord, a paracord or whatever. It doesn't come with paracord. I really wish it have came with paracord and maybe a screwdriver. That would have just been a little bit touch. Um, it's whatever. But for an $8 knife, you can't really complain. And as I said, it's coming off. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on camera, but as you see right here, it's a piece of the coating, it's not going to focus, but you can see the pink. The coating is actually coming off, so it's more like paint than a coating. Because I have coated knives, like that extreme ballistic one I have is a um, gold in the coloring. Is not, it's more fading than actually rubbing off. It's slightly fading, but I feel like it was like that coming from the factory. Maybe they didn't coat it all the way, or maybe they purposely did that to give it kind of a rusty golden color, because that's what it kind of is. Kind of looks like it's gold, but kind of like it's worn over the years. So maybe they did that from the factory, but either way, it looks pretty vintage. I actually took alcohol and tried to rub the rest of the coating off, and it wouldn't come off. So um, it's obviously on there, so that's cool. This, on the other hand, I feel like if I took a scrub pad, a scrub pad or something in some alcohol, I think that would come off. I'm pretty sure that would come clean off of this blade. As well as sharpening might be an issue because I don't know how you sharpen serrations. I have a few knives with serrated edges, but I haven't had to sharpen them. Um, and that was something I always wanted to know. If I need to sharpen this, what would be the best um, stone to get? Is there a stone to get, or is it a rod? I seen somebody sharpen a serrated blade with a ceramic rod, and he just kind of did like this with it between. But these are small, so I don't know if a serrated rod would even be small enough to go through there, because you see the serrations are very smart, are very small, and it's very toothy. Oh my bad. It's a very, toothy edge. I'm trying to get it to focus. There it is. As you can see, it's very toothy because the serrations are small, and then up here at the tip, it's not gonna focus. I'm trying to see if it'll show it, but up here is a actual little blade. Instead of it just being serrated, it's an actual little blade. It doesn't have much of a point. I'm pretty sure if you really just wanted to stab into something, it could stab into it. But this is definitely more for ripping than anything. It's more for ripping stuff. It's sharp. One of the serrations, I tried it out earlier on a piece of an index card, and one of the teeth here caught right in it, ripped it open, or well, ripped it, you know, in half or whatever you want to call it. So it is sharp, but once it needs sharpening, I feel like it's gonna be a task to sharpen this because it's all serrated. I would have actually myself personally would have preferred an all solid blade, no serrations. I would have preferred a regular old edge, you know. But anyway, that's all I have to say about it. It's pretty cool. It's just those few little things, and the little things that it does do that I don't like aren't anything too dramatic, anything that I'm really gonna just say the knife is horrible. It's not horrible. It's just it needs some work. If anyone from Mtech watches this, I would suggest you actually go in and redesign this. First thing I would do is put a regular edge, and maybe put a actual coating. This is not an actual coating. This seems to be like some type of paint, as well as elongate the handle, or use the karambit, because that's basically what this is trying to be, some type of karambit. Put the retention, put the tension hole on it so that your thumb or finger has somewhere to sit. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. But stay tuned, guys. It's another video coming up, so stick with it. Peace.